It's great to see everybody joining us from around the country. I'm Cathy Stewart, and this is the Politics for the People Book Club. A special hello to all of our first-time book club participants. I wanted to start us off tonight by sharing with all of you that when I woke up this morning, I woke up thinking, should we hold our call tonight at all? I was so upset, horrified by the killing of George Floyd in broad daylight, by the complicity and the silence of the three other officers, by the despair and the sense of hopelessness that so many people feel, and the protests, which include both peaceful demonstration and acts of violence by some. So I thought, what am I doing hosting a conversation about political reform? That seems at best inadequate and at worst irrelevant. But then I took a breath, I had a cup of tea. For those of you that know me, you'll recognize this is a pandemic departure from my usual Diet Pepsi. And I thought about the situation that we are facing together and talked to some very dear friends and colleagues about the picture and my question. I spoke at some length with my husband, Harry Kresge, who's a longtime activist and civil and voting rights attorney. And in those conversations, it became clear to me that not only should we have the conversation, we had to have the conversation tonight. In addition to all the things that we're all doing, and I know that many of you have been at some of the demonstrations this weekend, have been commenting on social media and working to express our desire for justice and change. And we need to keep doing all of those things. I feel like this is the perfect grouping to have this particular conversation tonight. Why? Well, we have a profound and systemic problem. The political processes that we use for self-governance are failing us, not only in some abstract sense, but literally in the last 50 years of partisan politics preying on the tendency in America toward division and hatred, and exploiting that tendency to win elections and to keep elected officials in line. I chose the road a long time ago of being an independent and being involved in the independent, nonpartisan political movement, because while I deeply care about social justice and ending poverty and healthcare, since I was a community health nurse more than a couple of years ago now, I have come to believe that unless and until we transform our political system and the way we choose leaders, we are going to be unable to address the profound failures in social policy and address the social and moral issues that we face. So we need to have this conversation together tonight. I'm delighted that you all felt the same way. It is great to see everyone on our first Politics for the People on Zoom. I just want to add one more thing. This conversation tonight is one of many conversations across the country that Americans are having, where we're discussing and sharing and evaluating ideas and actions that we can take so that every American can live a life that's free from fear, from violence and poverty, and live in a country with a government that is responsive and accountable to us.